So I do not know if you're aware of the many schools of meditation in India, in Japan, in China, the Zen, and the various Christian contemplative orders, those who pray endlessly, keep going day after day, and those who wait to receive the grace of God, or whatever they call it. I think, if I may suggest, we should begin not with what is the right kind of meditation, but what is meditation.
Yes, yes.
Then we can proceed and investigate together, and therefore share together, this question of meditation, which with the word meaning ponder, hold together, embrace, consider very, very deeply. All that word is, meaning of all that is involved in that one word, meditation. If we could start with saying that we really do not know what meditation is.
Very well. Mm-hmm.
If we accept the orthodox, traditional Christian or Hindu or Buddhist meditation, and there are, of course, the meditation among the Muslims as the Sufis.
Yes.
And if we accept that, then it's all based on tradition.
Yes.
What some others have experienced, and they lay down the method or the system to practice what they have achieved. And so there are probably thousands of schools of meditation, and they are proliferating in this country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Meditate 3 times a day, think on a word, a slogan, a mantra, and for that you pay $35 or $100, and then you get some Sanskrit word or some other Greek word, and you repeat. Then there are all those people who practice various forms of breathing, and the practice of Zen, and all that is a form of establishing a routine, a practice that will essentially make the mind dull. Because if you practice, you become a mechanical mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I have never done any of those things, because I have personally, if I may talk a little about myself.
Please do.
I have watched, attended, went into certain groups of various types, just look. And I said, this isn't it.
Mm-hmm.
I discarded it instantly. So if you could discard all that, discard the Hindu, the Buddhist, the Christian, and the various importations of meditation by the gurus from India, and the contemplative, all that as a continuance of a tradition which is the carrying over of what others have said, and others' experiences, other illuminations, others' enlightenment, so on, if we could totally discard all that, their method, their systems, their practices, their disciplines, because they're all saying truth or God or whatever they like to call it is something over there. You practice in order to get there. That is a fixed thing, according to them. Of course, it must be fixed. If I keep practice in order to get there, that must be static.
Yes, of course.
I don't know.
Yes, I
Therefore,
quite follow.
Truth isn't static, isn't a dead thing.
No, I quite see that.
So, if we could honestly put away all that and ask what is meditation,
Good.
not how to meditate. In asking that question, what is meditation, we'll begin to find out, we'll begin to meditate ourselves. I don't know if I'm...
Yes, you do. You make yourself very clear. We're back again to the distinction between an activity, the goal of which lies outside the activity, in contrast to the activity,
itself.
the end of which is
Yeah.
intrinsic to itself.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, could we start with saying, I do not know what meditation is?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm willing to start there.
It's really marvelous if we start from there.
It certainly is.
It brings a great sense of humility.
Also one intuits, even from afar, a freedom.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
that's right.
right.
I don't know. That is a tremendous acknowledgement of a freedom from the established norm, the established traditions, the established methods, the established schools and practices.
Exactly.
I start with something I don't know. That has, for me, that is a great beauty. Then I am free to move